welcome back. In our previous session, we covered the foundational themes, paradigm shift, and innovative business models during the new era of rural marketing. We concluded by looking at the drivers of this transformation. Today, we will build on that by driving deeper into three critical areas. We'll start by exploring innovation as the core engine of rural transformation. Then we will discuss how to measure the success of this initiative beyond profit. Finally, we'll examine the profound role of technology and map out the challenges and future direction for this vital field. Innovation lies at the very heart of sustainable rural development. But what does innovation truly mean in this context? It's not just about creating new product, it's about rethinking entire system from delivery mechanism to how we engage with stakeholders. For innovation to be successful in rural setting, it must be neat, sensitive, addressing real on the ground problems. It must be resource concise, working within the constraint of the local environment. And crucially, it must be culturally aligned. The most powerful rural innovation are not simply adapted urban models. They are solutions that emerge from within the community and are co-developed with local participation. Rural innovation takes several distinct forms. Let's look at five types. First is frugal innovation, delivering more value at a lower cost. A great example is Godrej Chotu, a compact, affordable refrigerator. Then we have Jugaad innovation. This is grassroots problem solving using available material. Think of a farmer creating a tool from old bicycle parts. Disruptive innovation fundamentally changes the old way of doing things. For instance, Selco India disrupted the energy sector by bringing affordable solar power to homes that were never connected to the main grid. Grassroots innovation comes directly from local people using their traditional knowledge, which is documented by platforms like Honeybee Network. Finally, there's a fascinating concept of reverse innovation, where a product designed for a rural market like G's portable ECG machine becomes so successful it's later adopted in developed countries. Let's look at some real world examples to make these concepts clearer. The Mitticool refrigerator is a brilliant grassroots innovation. It's a refrigerator made of clay that works without electricity, keeping vegetables fresh and demonstrating perfect alignment with rural needs. Another powerful example is the Philips smokeless stoves, developed by directly collaborating with rural women. This product addresses the critical health issues of indoor air pollution. In the technology space, startups like Flybird Farm Innovation provide low-cost, smart irrigation system to small farmers, and platform like Digital Green use a unique peer-to-peer learning model where farmers create and share educational videos with other farmers, overcoming literacy barriers and building immense trust. But how can a single innovator with a great idea succeed on their own? The reality is they often can't. They typically operate in isolation with limited access to funding, technical help, or market. This is where institutional support becomes absolutely critical. Institutions like the National Innovation Foundation (NIF) plays a vital role. NIF Scouts for Grassroots Innovation provides mentorship, helps with patenting, and connects innovators with scientific institutions for technical validation. Similarly, the Grassroots Innovation Augmentation Network helps innovator commercialize their ideas through better design and market outreach. These organizations form a collaborative ecosystem bridging the gap between a brilliant idea and real world impact. This brings us to our next major topic. When we talk about social enterprises and inclusive model, how do we actually measure success? This is where social and environmental impact measurement become crucial. So, why is this so important? First, it ensures accountability to investors, to the community, and to regulators. Second, it helps improve the effectiveness of program by making decisions based on data, not just assumption. Third, demonstrating clear positive outcomes is essential for securing future funding. And finally, it aligns with the growing global demand for ESG on environmental, social, and governance compliances. To measure impact systematically, several established frameworks are used. Let's briefly look at four key ones. The triple bottom line TBL is perhaps the most well known, assessing performance across three dimensions: people, planet, and profit. Social return on investment is a powerful framework that calculates the social value created for every rupee invested. The Sustainable Balanced Scorecard integrates social and environmental metrics directly into the traditional business performance scorecard, and the logical framework approach uses a clear logic model to track progress from input and outputs to outcomes and ultimate impact. These frameworks are put into practice using different tools. Quantitative tools provide the hard number. They track objective changes like the increase in average household income or of farm yields. These metrics give us a clear numerical basis for evaluation. Qualitative tools, on the other hand, help us to understand the story behind the numbers through methods like focus group discussion and case studies. And increasingly, digital tools are making data collection more efficient. Mobile based survey, GIS mapping for tracking location based outcomes, and IoT sensors for real time environmental data are all becoming indispensable. Now, let's take a quick verbal recap. We know we must measure impact for accountability and improvement using framework like triple bottom line and a mix of quantitative, qualitative and digital tool. However, this is not without its challenge. A major one is attribution versus contribution. It's often difficult to attribute a single change in income to a single program. A more realistic approach is to analyze how your program contributed to the outcome. Another issue is data reliability. In remote areas, finally, there's a challenge of balancing rigor with feasibility. Highly rigorous method can be expensive, so organization must often find a practical middle ground. Moving forward, technology is the great enabler. It is breaking down old barriers of distance and information, empowering both producer and consumers. Let's see how. Digital infrastructure provides direct market access through platforms like eChopal. Big data helps companies understand rural consumer behavior and customized offering. Mobile technology and financial inclusion through platforms like UPI have brought millions into the formal economy. Advanced tech like IoT, drones, and AI are making farming more efficient, and social media has given rural consumers a voice, allowing them to engage directly with brands. This evolution is part of much larger shift in economic thinking leading to the solution economy. This represents a redefinition of capitalism itself. But what is changing? The conventional model focused narrowly on maximizing profit for shareholder. The new capitalism promotes a stakeholders driven approach with the goal is to maximize impact and create long term value for all stakeholders, including employees, communities, and the environment. In this model, businesses, government, and NGOs collaborate to solve major social problems using market based solutions. Social enterprises are perfect example of this new capitalism in action. With all this potential, why do challenges still persist? Rural markets are held back by deep rooted issues. Economically, incomes are unstable. Infrastructural gap like poor roads remain social challenges like inequality and environmental threats from climate change are very real. This is worsened by strategic gaps in how businesses operate. There is often a lack of contextual customization, with urban models being forced into a rural setting. Many businesses have also a short term ROI mindset, neglecting the long term investment needed for capacity building. Given these challenges, what is the path forward for rural marketing to be truly transformational? Future strategy must focus on five key directions. First, a deeper commitment to co creation, evolving rural consumers as partners. Second, using technology enabled inclusivity to tailor solution. Third, building truly sustainable business model based on the triple bottom line. Fourth, shifting to impact driven metrics where we measures well-being, not just sales, and finally, a relentless focus on capacity building. Investing in the skills and entrepreneurial potential of rural communities. To summarize our entire unit, we have explored the profound transition in rural marketing from a transactional to a transformational approach. We identify the core themes driving this change, including social responsibility, technology, and co creation, and analyze the paradigm shift from profit to purpose and product pushing to problem solving. We looked at innovation model like eChopal and stressed the importance of measuring social and environmental impact. Despite persistent challenges, the future direction is clear. It lies in co creation, technology driven inclusivity, sustainable model, and building the capacity of rural communities. Ultimately, the future of rural marketing is not about selling to people, but about empowering them, ensuring that business growth and social upliftment are one of the same. Now, we come to the end of our part 2 lecture. Let's first summarize part 1, where we explored the core theme shaping rural marketing, the paradigm shift from profit to purpose and from consumer to co creator, an innovative business model with case studies such as Gramin Danone, Project Sakti, ITC eChopal, and Philips Smokeless Chulha. In part 2, we learn about the central role of innovation in rural transformation different from of innovation, including frugal grassroots and reverse innovation, the institutional support that enables scaling, the importance of measuring social and environmental impact through framework like the triple bottom line and SROI. We also examine the role of technology, the emergence of solution economy, and the persistence challenge and strategic direction for the future of rural marketing. With this, we close our lecture. Remember, rural marketing is not just about selling products but about empowering communities through inclusive and sustainable growth. Thank you for joining, and until we meet again, happy learning.